true classic, 1979 AMC Jeep CJ-7 Renegade. This Jeep has been garage kept for the past 7 years, and at the heart of this Jeep is a 360 cubic inch AMC V8. This Jeep came originally with the 304 V8, which was standard in the upfitted Renegade. The 360 was offered as an upgrade, as was the 401 for the larger Grand Wagoneer, since it was a heavier vehicle. Installed in the CJ, the 360 makes for lots of fun due to its great power-to-weight ratio. I put it in about 7 years ago and only have put about 7,000 miles on it since. The carburetor is a Quadrajet 4-barrel, which is referred to as a redneck fuel injection by some because it runs smoothly at extreme angles. It sits on an Edelbrock SP2P intake manifold. A Comp Cam 268 would light this otherwise stock motor on fire. As of now, it still has the original cam in it. It does already, though, have headers and chrome side pipes for a free-flowing exhaust and runs and sounds like a real Jeep should. A B&M Turbo 350 transmission with a shift kit and chrome transmission cover was installed 2 years ago. A transmission cooler was added during the install. Also, a Hurst shifter which does the rowing, and a very cool twin-stick Dana 300 transfer case which has deeper gearing than the old AMC 20 case it replaced. The twin-stick feature allows for much more flexibility in gear choices off-road. Moser Engineering chromoly solid axle shafts seriously strengthen the rear AMC 20 axle, and a Detroit locker makes this Jeep nearly unstoppable, combined with the front Dana 30, which has a Detroit True Track advanced traction system. Both axles now have 456 ring and pinion gears. There is also a black diamond steering stabilizer and sway bar disconnects up front. I replaced the stock hubs with premium warm locking hubs up front also. Chrome differential covers front and rear, Kendall stainless steel mirrors, plus lots of other chrome accessories including the fire extinguisher mounted on the roll bar, have been added over the course of time. The frame, which in 76 and newer Jeeps are much stronger because they're boxed, and most of the undercarriage were painted with Rust-Oleum hammer finish paint after a thorough cleaning. The mechanical fan was replaced with a Mac Daddy twin electric fan to keep the 360 cool, and that also helps to free up a little horsepower. Spider-Track's wheel spacers make these narrow track axles nearly as wide as the wide track axles the YJs benefited from a few years later, which added some more stability. A Talking Viper 350 HV security system with remote keeps it safe with both a motion detector for days you have the tops and doors off and also a vibration detector. Hit the lock button and it'll say Viper armed. Hit the unlock button and it says Viper disarmed. If you stand too close or bump the Jeep, it says protected by Viper, stand back. Also, a Cobra 29 CB radio keeps you in touch with your buddies when you're far away from cell phone towers. There's quite a laundry list of things I've replaced, like rotors and pads, the gas tank, which is now a polyethylene tank, the alternator, the starter, the radiator, the heater core, battery, lights, side markers, bearings, new glove box, seat belts, power brake booster, logo formats, bump stops, door handles, window cranks, speedo assembly, additional engine gauges, including the tachometer, fuel pump, and more. The chrome front bumper sports a Warren CE M8000 winch with roller ferro lead and 6-inch chrome KC daylighters on either side. The chrome front grille is protected by a chrome defender which also protects the winch. I have a Warren winch kit also that comes with this. It has gloves, D-rings, tree saver strap, and a heavy-duty snatch block which doubles the rated 8,000 pound pulling power to 16,000 pounds. Also, 2 Warren stainless steel 6-inch 125 watt lights are mounted on the windshield pillars. Inside you'll find a Pioneer P3500 Super Tuner 3 CD stereo with remote control which plays through front MD Court speakers, Memphis 6x9s and side boxes behind the front seats, each with integrated cup holders, and 2 10-inch subwoofers and a Rhino-lined sub-box behind the rear seat. The rear seat folds for convenience, exposing the 600 watt Memphis Bell amp. Nerf bars, full steel doors, a hardtop, and a bikini top are also included, and a high-lift jack is mounted on top of the custom rear bumper and secured with a lock rack keyed locking system. A Class 4 hitch is mounted underneath and slipped inside the receiver as a forged hook for pulling other people out. Also inside are 3 Bestop Trailmax Pro seats which were installed in 2004. At that time I also had the entire cab Rhino lined inside. The stock steering box was replaced with a heavy-duty AGR steering box in '06. Power steering helps turn the big Cooper Discovery STT mud tires, which are 35 1250 15s, which are mounted on 15x12 Eagle alloy rims, and there is a matching full-size spare on the back of the Jeep. These rims will easily mount 16-inch wide tires if you want to go really wide. Power brakes handle the stopping chores. I currently have this Jeep insured for $20,000. I had to document to the insurance company with pictures of my Jeep, the laundry list of features and current pricing for similar CJs to get that much coverage. Take a look at Auto Trader Classics and eBay for CJ pricing, and I believe this one will prove to be the best deal. I have receipts on most of the work performed, and I'm asking less than half of what I've spent on this Classic. My wife and I took this beast to Camp Jeep in 2004 and then realized what a special Jeep it really was. We made it over advanced trails where only the trail guys with their seriously built Jeeps and the new Rubicons with front and rear locking diffs could handle, while the other CJs, YJs, and TJs had to get winched up the toughest spot. You will get more compliments on this awesome Jeep and people waving at you, remember to wave back, especially if they're in a CJ or Wrangler, than you can imagine. Serious inquiries only. 910-232-2801. Ask for Sandy. 13-9.